Hey guys, and welcome back to a nice new entry in the Best Team series. We've got an idea today that I've wanted to put into motion for quite some time, and that's surrounding the national decks. Basically, this team is the actual best team chosen by me, focusing on giving you literally everything you're going to need to tear through the game. You gen in the Pokemon at the start and have the ability to evolve any trait evolutions without actually trading. I'm calling this the National Dex Edition, where all Pokemon that exist aside from legendaries are available. To explain it a little better, today we're going to be using Firered and Leafgreen, and thus we have access to all of the first 386 non-legendary Pokemon to build the team. Since Pokemon in these games won't evolve if they're not in the Kanto decks, we've got to play this game with the National Dex already enabled. But the jury is really still out on whether or not I'll always make it have to be enabled. So hopefully you guys get it. You'll start out with all 6 Pokemon and you'll have a guaranteed way to evolve them. So that said, let's just get into it. So this team will start off with Venusaur, serving as the best starter for us, and of course, the best starter in Kanto no matter what you're doing. I couldn't imagine a Firered and Leafgreen team without it, so it was our natural starting point. You'll have this Venusaur at level 32, and that's all there really is to say about it because you guys are definitely familiar with every other detail about it in Kanto at this point. So let's peep the moveset. This Venusaur moveset is Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, and Earthquake. It's a very classic Venusaur moveset. The first 2 moves go together pretty well, being learned at level 7 and 15. They're going to be a big part of being able to take down any Pokemon. Then from Giga Drain, you'll get it from beating Erica, and it'll provide another consistent way to deal damage and heal. Then finally, we have Earthquake, which you'll learn via TM that you can earn for beating Giovanni for your final gym badge. It's a pretty simple moveset, but simplicity can be dominant, especially in the hands of a Pokemon like Venusaur. So next up, why don't we have another starter? I mean, this team is all about the National Dex and using some of the best Pokemon from the first 3 gens to create the ultimate synergy. So why not go with Blaziken? It'd be nice to add fire and fighting alongside what Venusaur brings us. Torchic will become a Blaziken by level 36 with its insane attack stats, and considering how long it would take to actually get a good fire type normally in Kanto, this was just an addition to the team we couldn't pass over. If you've got a problem with there being 2 starters on the team, I get it. And I can assure you, this won't be the usual way we go about these teams in the future. But for this case, since it's well within the rules, it just worked. Blaziken is using Flamethrower, Brick Break, Aerial Ace, and Rock Slide. Flamethrower is a TM you have to get from the Rocket Game Corner, so make sure that you get your hands on it ASAP so Blaziken can have a consistently strong fire option. Then we have Brick Break, which you can buy at the Celadon department store. That's a great move to have relatively early on, I can say that much. Then there's Aerial Ace, learned via a TM that you can get on Route 9. A nice hit of coverage that's worth having around. Finally, Rock Slide, an egg move. I decided if we're gonna always be starting these teams with the full 6 Pokemon at level 5 in their most basic forms, why not act like they were bred? It made sense to me, so your Torchic will have Rock Slide on it from the start, and that's a great move to have early on. We'll wrap up the first half of the team with a Water type, completing our great Grass, Fire, Water trifecta. I had a lot of great options, but I settled in one in particular. Kingdra. It's just that good. Considering we don't need to worry about trading to evolve it, and the fact that we can give it an egg move, it just made too much sense to pick this guy. Like I said, I didn't want a team of starters here just because we could. So Feraligatr didn't really stick on my radar. So with Kingdra, you'll eventually be able to evolve your Seadra into it, whether that be by using a Dragon Scale as an evolution item, or hitting a set level like 40 or something like that. It all comes down to what type of program you used to alter the mechanics of your Firered or Leafgreen game file. The Kingdra moveset today has Surf, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Dragon Breath. Surf and Hydro Pump were of course going to end up on Kingdra, for both their power and practical use, so don't be too surprised to see them. The Surf HM is obtained in the Safari Zone, and Hydro Pump is learned at level 51. Then we have Ice Beam, which can be bought in the Rocket Game Corner just like Flamethrower. And then Dragon Breath is an egg move that you'll start off with on your Horsey. That's a super strong move to have in a playthrough, since Draco Meteor nor Dragon Pulse exist yet, so don't sleep on it. This is a pretty fantastic moveset if you think about it. Not bad for a Pokemon with base 95 special attack. So next up is a controversial pick, especially considering what I've done in the past. I chose Gardevoir here when I could have just as easily chosen Alakazam, going power over everything. However, since I was looking for Gardevoir to do one thing in particular, it made more sense to pick it. It has been well documented here on the channel how ridiculous I find it that Alakazam can't learn Thunderbolt. And I wanted a very strong special attacker here that specifically could use that move, but not as its main source of attacking. It made a lot of sense at that point to go with Guardy, which you'll have after getting your Ralts to level 30. We can argue plenty when the video is over in the comment section, but due to the way the team is being built and what I'm looking for, you gotta give it to Gardevoir over Alakazam today. Psychic, Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, and Thief make up our Gardevoir moveset today, making use of a true lack of a physical special split at the end there, as you can tell. Psychic is learned at level 26, which is really awesome, and then Thunderbolt is a TM. It follows the same method as Ice Beam and Flamethrower as a Rocket Game Corner prize, so I would save your money. Then Calm Mind is learned at level 21. And finally, Thief is gotten at Mount Moon as a TM, being a special move in the 3rd gen and giving Gardevoir some nice coverage for ghost types. It's well worth including, even if it isn't a super strong move at all. It's just the right amount of coverage. Next up, we look to Old Reliable on the team, my good friend Snorlax. It's never done me wrong, and starting off from it from the beginning of a playthrough sounded too good to pass up. It's got 110 base attack and can take some special hits. It's definitely gonna be coming through clutch in at least half of the gym battles. I know some of you get sick of always seeing Snorlax get used in Kanto, but all I can say is this: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Snorlax is the guy, and he's got a place on almost any team I can offer for him. So this Snorlax moveset is Strength, Body Slam, Shadow Ball, and Toxic. Strength and Body Slam are just great stab moves. They'll work together to cause big damage while not being super effective to really anything. Strength you'll get if you give the Warden back his gold teeth from the Safari Zone, and then Body Slam is learned at level 33. Then you have Shadow Ball, another gain from the physical special split that helps one of our Pokemon out. Shadow Ball will be a physical move, and gives Snorlax a way to fight back against ghost types that its normal type moves can't connect with. You'll have to, of course, buy it from the Rocket Game Corner, which should come as no surprise at this point. Finally, we have the reward for beating Koga, the TM for Toxic, so that Snorlax can feasibly do some damage to anything even if it is passive. This is a bit different from the usual Snorlax movesets, but it works very nicely. So, for the last Pokemon on this team, I was looking for a flying type, and there were a few options for me to go with, but there was only one that really stood out above the rest. I didn't choose Pidgeot or Noctowl or Swellow, instead I went with the Great Skarmory. It is easily one of the best flying typings of the first 3 gens, even for a playthrough, and I just knew it would fit with the theme and with the rest of the team very well. I know you guys think this is a real big brain play by me, so please hold your applause. Its awesome physical defense makes it a great complementary piece to Snorlax with its special defense. And all in all, its typing was just so unique and I had to use it. So let's see those moves. Finally, we have Fly, Drill Peck, Steel Wing, and Return. Fly is an HM you get outside of Celadon City, but Drill Peck is what's more important to have. It's going to be another egg move, so be happy we've got those going on this team. Steel Wing is next, learned at level 32. And finally, the Return TM is obtained on Route 12. I figured it would be a good move to include on here, strictly because of how much I'm sure you'll be using Skarmory with Drill Peck from the outset. That thing is gonna love you. So we've got the whole team laid out. But how well does it do? Well, we've got the Venusaur line that can handle all of Brock's team, Venusaur line again, which can handle Misty's squad. A combined effort from Venusaur and Blaziken can take down Lieutenant Surge with ease. and then any combo of STARMIE, Gardevoir, Blaziken, and Kingdra will easily get the drop on Erica. Next, if you go and take on Koga, you'll be able to take him down with Guardy and Venusaur with a little help from STARMIE. Followed by Sabrina, that Snorlax can easily take down with a few options for her Venomoth as well. Then with Blaine, you'll rely heavily on Kingdra honestly. There's no need to risk Venusaur. Finally, all your important battles of Giovanni will be the Kingdra show with a little cameo by Blaziken and perhaps Venusaur. As for the Elite Four, you'll be able to use Guardy's electric-type moves to cause a big scare for Lorelei, and Blaziken can sweep up any of the ice types that aren't as affected. Bruno is all but handled by STARMIE alone, but there are other options too. And then Agatha is handled by Gardevoir Psychic with no problem. Finally, the former champion Lance is soloed by Kingdra, and Blue's entire team is covered by Snorlax, Gardevoir, and Kingdra. It's really not going to be hard at all when you take him on. So that's it. The best team for Firered and Leafgreen National Dex Edition. I love this team and I love this idea. It's very similar to No Restrictions, except we're trading away using legendaries for getting everything at the start and being able to make just massively great teams. Let me know what you guys thought about this one, and if you're as excited as I am for more teams in the future. I'll be on the lookout for your feedback. Welcome back to the outro, folks, your favorite part of the video. Thank you for enjoying another Mystic Umbreon video. We made it through the end of the 8th generation, and now we begin the long trek into late 2022 where Pokemon Scarlet and Violet await us. It's a whole new world we'll live in, but we still gotta catch them all. However, there's still a ton of videos to do and experiences to have until then. If you're interested in more Mystic content, check out my TikTok and the Mystic Umbreon Shorts YouTube channel. If we get the 10k followers on TikTok, I'll be doing a viewer's choice video. If you like Genshin Impact, check out my Genshin channel Teibachinary. So if you all enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. See you next time.